Good morning. Welcome to Sunday, September 13th. Today is the day after my husband's birthday, and that leads me right into my pows and my wows. And my wow was celebrating with him up north. That was a lot of fun. And also, I've just finished my first week with my little folks. That has been a lot of fun. Now, my pow is going to be one I've said throughout these whole video lessons, and that is for the end of COVID. I'm hoping there's a vaccination developed soon. And also I'm wishing for peace to all of you and peace in our world and on our earth. Our subject today is called Going Beyond, and the intention of this lesson is to know that through our power of imagination we can create an unlimited life. It's kind of one of those your attention goes where your thoughts go kind of things, but you're gonna create it. Now, our affirmation today says, I have a big imagination and I use it every day. Now, I miss all of you, but I know y'all have really good imaginations. So this is a good one for us. Our story today comes from the book The Moon in the Well, and the tale is The Boy and the Tiger. And I know I need my glasses for this one because it's teeny tiny print. Now, there are no pictures, just to let you know. The Boy and the Tiger, an Ulchy Tale from Siberia. In the time of the ancestors, it was customary for a father and son to go hunting together. The father's part would be to trap and hunt game. The son's part would be to cut firewood and to make tea. One night, a father and son were asleep at their hunting camp, and the father had this dream. A great tiger came to him and said, "Return to the village alone. Leave your son to me." The man begged the tiger to let them both go, and the tiger said, "Do as I say, or neither of you will return home alive." The man awoke. He lay there in the middle of the night as his son slept peacefully beside him. The man thought, a tiger is a powerful being not to be trifled with. If I do not obey, what will become of my wife and daughters? The hunter knew he had no choice. He got up quietly and trudged home, leaving his son alone in the woods. I shall return in a few days, he said to himself with a very heavy heart. If I find my son's bones, I shall carry them home and give them a proper burial. The boy awoke before dawn. Father has gone hunting, he thought. He peered into the woods, and there he saw two huge yellow eyes peering back at him. In terror, the boy jumped from his bed and ran. The tiger came after him. The boy leapt onto the branch of a tall tree and scurried up the trunk. The tiger followed at his heels so closely that the boy felt the beast's hot breath on his feet. Just before the tiger could catch him, the boy sprang to the neighboring tree and climbed down its trunk to the ground. The tiger lunged after him, but the great creature got caught between two limbs and could not budge. Now the boy went back to the campfire. He made tea and awaited his father's return. All day, the boy kept the fire going. Evening fell, and still his father had not returned. At last, the boy grew tired, and he fell asleep. He dreamt of the great tiger, caught between the branches, growing thirsty and hungry. "Help me," said the tiger, "and I promise plentiful rewards shall come your way." The boy awoke and lay in the dark. According to the ancestors, recalled the boy, the tiger is an admirable being. At dawn, the boy took his axe and returned to the tree where the tiger was pinned. The boy hacked at its trunk until it cracked and fell. The tiger freed himself, gave a roar of gratitude, and disappeared into the woods. That night, the boy had another dream. The tiger told him where to set his traps and instructed him to draw a circle around them with his sleeve. When dawn came, the boy got up and did as the tiger had instructed. The next day, he was overjoyed when in each and every trap he found a sable. What worked that day worked the next and the next. until the boy had amassed a great wealth of sable furs. All this time, the hunter stayed in the village, thinking about his son and hoping beyond hope that he might return. At last, with a sorrowful heart, the hunter set out to collect the bones of his only son. As he neared camp, he was astonished to smell smoke and to see the glow of the fire, and the hunter's heart leapt with joy. His knees went soft and his gait grew clumsy. He rushed toward camp, stepping on the dry twigs that snapped loudly. The son called out, "Father, what took you so long?" Father and son were elated to be together again. Weeping, the father said, "My son, forgive me." The son said, "You're here, Father. That's all I care about." They loaded the luxuriant furs onto their sled and returned home. Imagine the joyous reception. After that, the family remained blessed by the luck the great tiger had bestowed upon the boy. Okay, now, as always, we have questions to go along with this, and the ones I'm focusing on today, there are tons of questions, but the ones I thought we'd look at is, after their dreams, how did the son's reaction to the tiger differ from his father's? Well, the dad had the dream about the tiger and thought, "Ooh, he's not one to trifle with. I better listen to him." The boy had the dream and said, "Oh, an admirable being." And they had two different views. One thought he should be feared, and the other one thought, "Oh, I'll respect him and do what he wants." So, two different viewpoints. What might have happened if the son had imagined something negative about the tiger? Instead of thinking he was an admirable being and one to be honored, what if he was scared and was negative? What if he didn't want to help him? Well, that's a good question. If he had thought of him negatively, he may not have helped him, and then he wouldn't have been helped in return by the tiger with the sables. It says here, what power did their imaginations have in influencing their choices? Well, quite a bit. Dad presumed the worst, and he imagined his son's bones and he was going to be collecting them. And the little boy just imagined his dad was off hunting. He never thought anything of it. He didn't think he was in danger, so he didn't imagine anything. All right, our craft today, like I mentioned in our last one, it's getting tricky for me to come up with things because I don't know what materials you have at home or what you want to do. But what I was going to recommend is that you create anything that you want using your imagination. Maybe it might be the Eiffel Tower, could be a cat or a dog. But if you have modeling clay or Play-Doh, or what they recommend was beeswax modeling clay, it softens when you play with it. But that would be my craft for you, is use your imagination and really get into it. Now as I bring this to a close, we'll do our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yay, God. Now, our affirmation again for the week is, I have a big imagination and I use it every day. And I know that you do. I've seen your artwork in class. I'm hoping you all had a great week. It's your first full week back, and I want you to know that you are loved, special, and important to me. Make it a great make it a great week. Namaste.